Okay, quick video for myself, Harvey Goldman. No cuts, no edits, no filters, and no hair. And so for today's video, I want to jump into a very quick one about Britain's economy and how it rewards the wrong things. And here's the proof. So if working hard was all that it took, most of us, myself included, would probably be millionaires by now. Stick around, I'm going to show you what really gets rewarded in Britain in 2025. And I can tell you it's not effort, it's not education, it's basically assets, timing, and networking or connections. And I can prove it. So let's get into it. So the first point is that speculation pays more than contribution. Day traders often earn 3, 4, even 10 times more than nurses. That in itself is a bit of a weird thing. Property ownership gets rewarded with tax breaks while renters get nothing. They're living in the same property on the same street, and yet one person in the same size house that's the same value is far better off than the other. Again, seems a little unfair. Another point is that the best paying jobs, they often produce no real value. And you've only got to look at the MPs that we pay ridiculous salaries with inflated pensions and huge expense bills that sometimes come to a normal person's yearly income in themselves to see that that's a reality. Influencers and drop shippers are earning more than educators and carers. And that in itself is also madness. You know, arguably the two most I guess, prominent roles at the beginning of somebody's starting life and at the end of somebody's life is the educator to get that sort of vessel, if you like, to where they need to be to become the best human they can, and the carer to look after the person that's kind of, finishing up. But yeah, they are paid far less. And I know my partner's a carer, far less than drop shippers and people putting posts about the best burger in Manchester on TikTok. There you go. There's a student debt trap that's basically priced for inflation and it's paid out of deflation. And students always get a bit of a rum deal. The cost of education nowadays is spiraling. It's absolutely ridiculous. A frugal university student at an affordable university can expect to spend about £10,000–15,000 a year. And, if you're at one of the premium ones, it can be four times that quite easily. There are people that are doing well over £100,000 a year, some even more, at the more prominent UK universities. Also, think about the length of the courses some of them do. It's not just a 3-year course and you're done. If you're doing something like law, or you're training to be a doctor or a surgeon or something like that, then arguably your training goes on well into your 20s. Side hustles now account for over 20% of Gen Z income, and my own also as an end of Gen Xer. I can absolutely confirm that side hustles are about 25% of my own income. And that's a sad fact because obviously a side hustle, it by its very nature means it's something that you do secondary to your main income. So you're already spending 40, probably, maybe more hours a week working on PAYE for an employer that doesn't really care about you all that much. And then you're coming home after your horrible commute in traffic or on the London Underground, God forbid, and you've then got to bang out another 2, 3, 4 hours at home. And what do you do after that? You've probably got time for a shower, peck your missus on the cheek, and then off to bed, just to do it all again. So the grind is real. Rise and grind, as they say. But that's a scary prospect that 20% of Gen Z incomes are now from side gigs or side hustles. You don't need to be unethical to succeed, certainly not, but it does seem that the road to succeeding is faster if you are, and I'm just going to leave that one there. So if that's the economy that we're stuck in, I'm going to do another video coming soon that will show you how to build your own version of success around it, and also on your own terms. So look, if this resonates with you, drop a like, follow, subscribe, ring the bell, all that jazz. I did make some videos recently on motivation, which is something that I find quite interesting. I did another one on how to build self-confidence, which again I find quite interesting, the psychology of being and assertiveness and posture and everything else. And I did another one on, I think it was 14 amazing books that I felt had changed my life, and they are the only books that I read. But nobody cared. So look, go back and check those videos. If you've not watched them, check those videos. I think that they're probably worthwhile, and I'm not just saying that because I made them. I know that people like a rant, that, you know, it's what gets views. I kind of make the videos really for me though, and not for any other reason. So that's why the odd weird one comes out every now and again. But look, drop it in the comments below. If any of this resonates with you, drop it in the comments, and yeah, keen to hear your side. YouTube's going to put another video there, and yeah, all that jazz. Goldman, peace out.